If you're any kind of fiber crafter, you'll probably have come across the term WIP, which if you haven't, it means works in progress, and it's used as a shorthand in the community for any kind of project that you've started and haven't yet finished. And today I actually kind of want to talk about this subject. If you're new here, hi, I'm Olga, and I'm making content that is usually vintage inspired and sometimes a little bit nerdy. I feel like meme culture and in the general like social media culture has led to a lot of like feelings of shame and just like negative emotions, I feel like, around your WIPs. I personally feel like there's a sense of shame in how long I've had a WIP, why haven't I finished it yet, how many works in progress I have. It feels sometimes kind of overwhelming. Yes, just starting projects and never finishing them might be not good in the eyes of some people, but I feel like it really depends on why you craft. We all craft for different reasons. Some of us craft because we want the finished project. Some of us craft because we enjoy the process. Some of us maybe enjoy both things. If you're somebody who really just enjoys the end process, I understand why it would be confusing to you to have like 7 or 8 works in progress in a row because you really just want things to be done. Whereas if you're maybe somebody who really enjoys the process of crafting and you don't care so much about the end result, then maybe having lots of works in progress is really fun and stimulating. Personally, I like to craft for the end result. I also like the process of crafting. I used to be a crafter more for the end result. With time and like appreciating the process more and learning new crafts, I have become more of a enjoying the process kind of crafter. With sewing, I'm still a bit more of like, I just want the finished result. But with knitting and crochet and embroidery, I really just enjoy the doing of the thing and I don't care so much about the finished piece. And because I enjoy different kinds of crafts and they give me different kinds of stimulation, maybe they require different kinds of investment from me, not just monetary investment that I have to put in, but also just like what kind of energy, what kind of mood I have to be in. So some projects require you to be paying attention, to be focused in what you're doing. And then other projects are really, you can be watching TV while you're doing them. I might want a different project for different reasons, but also I might just fall out of love with a project. I might just lose interest in that thing. It might just not be turning out as cute as I thought it was going to. It's okay to just say, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't really want to keep investing in this thing. And it's just going to live in my craft room until I can think of something else to do with it. So today I'm going to give you a tour of my works in progress. The reason why we've been sitting on the floor for quite some time is because a lot of them are in this basket. I'm going to show you everything I have, how old it is, like we'll talk about the project a little bit, but I'm going to show you all of them, and I hope that this not only is an exercise for me in talking about the projects that I have and kind of releasing that shame feeling I have around them, but also maybe for you in that you're allowed to DNF a project, which means do not finish. You're allowed to just be like, I don't want to do this anymore. You're allowed to have as many WIPs as you want. Let's get started. I did just get a few things out of this basket, like the things that were on the top. And one of them is this super cute cross-stitch kitty embroidery. I have one side, and then the other one I've only done 2 and a bit cats. And this was going to be like a purse. So I've already cut out the fabric and everything. And this was going to be like one of those like clasp purses. And yeah, I think I started this, I want to say like around 6 years ago. So I was full steam ahead for the one half, and then I just got bored of doing the same pattern over and over again, and I put it down for a bit to work on something else, and then I just never picked it up again. And I really don't think I will. I might use the embroidery on this for something else, but yeah, I'm not going to pick this up again. Another really old one is this skirt. I started this about 4 years ago. I had this like little wool remnant that wasn't really enough for anything, and the only thing I could make with it was a pencil skirt. So I cut out the pattern and I made it, and then I started doing the embroidery because I thought that the like plain gray was too boring. So I started this like pinwheel rose embroidery. It's like a rainbow of pinwheel roses. And I was going to do all around. After I started making it and quite into the embroidery, I thought maybe it would be a good idea to do a mock-up because I didn't know if the skirt actually fit me because I never tried making it before. So I made a mock-up and it didn't fit me. And this was all the fabric I had. Put so much time into this. I didn't know what to do, so I just folded it up and put it in here. I'm really proud of the embroidery on this. I still don't know what to do with it, so if you have suggestions of what I can make with this, let me know what you think about that one. Then in this bag, I don't know why I started this. I knitted a cardigan, like a short sleeve cardigan, but I had a bit left over. I don't know. I just was in the mood to crochet, so I started crocheting this. Turns out I didn't have as much yarn as I thought I did. Like, it'd make a cute little beach bag or something. So maybe I'll do that, but we'll see. It's more of a summer project because it is just like cotton yarn. So what else is in this bag? This one, okay, this one I started like January this year, and it's a tea towel with an embroidered border. I was doing like a cross stitch border, and I literally have this much left to do, and then maybe I could do, there's a smaller border on the top, and I thought maybe I'd do the square repeat around here just to like complete the thing. I was gonna give this to my partner's aunt because she gave me a bunch of fabric over Christmas. I just wanted to give her something in return. That was the idea, but then I just like stopped working on it. Maybe I can give it to her for Christmas. Especially with cross stitching, it gets like so repetitive, and once I've memorized the pattern, it's just boring. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. What else is here? Very small crochet threads and like pearl cotton and stuff like that. Oh, that's where my gloves went. My compression gloves. Nice. Good to have you back. Another bag of like bits of yarn and like small swatches and whatever. Oh, this is a cute one. A little piece of cotton with some dogs embroidered, like just little dog outlines. And it's so cute, but I don't know what to do with it. I really want to make something with this, but I still don't know what to put this on. So, oh my God, this one is the pocket to one of the aprons I've made myself. And I added embroidery to it. And I have the pocket here to stitch on the frickin' thing, and I still haven't done that. Oh, these are the facings for the wool skirt. What are you? Oh, piece of linen. Oh, I have some more crochet thread. And these are just testers though. I really am so interested in the idea of like lace and crocheting your own like insertion lace and just lacy borders and stuff like that. Because I have some projects in mind for the future where I would like to add lace. And I think it'd be so much fun to make my own lace and then add it on. And I think it's like a fun thing to crochet that's kind of mindless. Like once you've got the pattern repetition down, you can just kind of do it in front of the TV and stuff. I get bored of doing cross stitch, but I don't get bored of crocheting like lace in front of the TV. The cross stitching, I still have to be counting. I still have to be looking at it. Whereas this, I don't even have to be looking at my hand. Oh, this is kind of a whip, but kind of not. This is just a little pouch that I crocheted. I never added like closures and stuff. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I bought this yarn at a like thrift market, flea market thing. And I thought it was enough to make something cute. It's very thin, and I don't think it's as in good condition as I thought it was at the time. Every time I've started making something with it, it feels like there's not going to be enough yarn, and I change my mind, and then I don't really like it. And I think yarn is cursed. They're just all living here because this is all the same yarn. Oh, this was such a fun idea. So I had this, again, leftover yarn, and I thought it'd be super cute to make like a blanket or maybe like a cardigan or something out of like granny squares. So I crocheted a bunch of them. I have like 8 of these like quite big granny squares. I don't have any more of this yarn. Actually, I have this bit, which is like a little swatch with it. I think I might just like sew them to each other and make Zeus a little blanket or something. Oh, wait a minute. This is more of that yarn, of that cotton yarn. Actually, I was gonna make one of those sweaters that has like the clouds and stuff on it. It was so confusing, and I gave up really quickly. Can all live together. This was gonna be like a cute baby sweater. I didn't have a baby to give this to. It wasn't that much yarn, and I thought maybe a baby sweater would be cute. But then when I got to the bit where I was supposed to shape it, I was like, I don't actually know how big a baby is supposed to be. Like, what size do I make this? So I was like, whatever. So that's gonna be rolled back up. What is this? A little bag to put my phone in and my keys when I walk the dog. But then I didn't really like how it looked. Oh. Okay, this one was leftover yarns, right? Somebody gave me the idea, I think, to make like little squares out of the bits of yarn and then turn them into a blanket for the dog or something. I went wrong with two things. One of them is I forgot to consider that different weights of yarn are gonna create different squares. This was when I first started crocheting. And the other thing I did wrong was I didn't think about like color placement, and then I stitched all of them together with like red yarn for some reason. It looks like something a demon child made. I don't like it at all. I think it's really ugly. I keep everything in these baggies to help with the dust mite situation because of obviously my allergies. More random granny squares I've made over the years with leftover yarns in varying different sizes that, again, I was thinking of maybe making something with it, and then this is what I've done with it. And then there's just a couple more bags of yarn. This is just thread, but this is yarn. Next on the tour is this blazer, which I'm sure you've seen in lots of the backgrounds of my videos, maybe my Instagram stories, maybe my videos on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. This is a blazer that I'm making for my partner. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna finish it. And it's just, blazers are hard for, especially blazers for men, because the construction is different to blazers for women, which I did not know going into this. So I was going to make him a 3-piece suit, and when I got to the blazer, so many problems with the sleeves, and then when I added the lining, everything just looked so bad, and I really don't think I'm going to finish it. I might like make a new one at one point in time, maybe. But this one, probably not going to finish it. In here is where I keep my sewing machines, actually. But at the back, there's some whips, so that one, oh, that's just white fabric. Where's that cream? I don't know, I'm going to put that to the side because that could come in handy. There's also a stash of yellow suiting. Okay, great. So this is just a flannel shirt that I'm making for my partner, and I'm looking at it and thinking, what's wrong? Like what? Oh, I know. It turned out kind of ugly around the collar because it came out weird. Like it's hemmed and everything. So I just need to add the buttons and the buttonholes. I did have one more project over here in the sewing room that I haven't finished. This is like a little frame embroidery. Basically you add a picture here. I saw this on Pinterest or something, and then you do like all this embroidery. I think you're supposed to do it on like a hoop, but I didn't want to do it on a hoop, and I made this probably like a year and a half ago. And the picture that's gonna go in here is of me and my granddad. I have the photo picked out. I just never went and got it printed because I didn't want to go and print a photo of us because I thought I was gonna cry at the store, and I thought like I'll do it when I'm more ready. And then I haven't done it yet. I should do it because it will bring me so much joy to see it every day. Moving on to things not in the sewing room. This one, I think I've showed this one before, but if not, here's an update. This is the EPP quilts I'm making. So I'm basically sewing all of the little hexes by hand to each other. So all of this was done by hand. And that's why it's taking so long. I'm making a quilt by hand. I started this one in June. I did run out of whites. That's why I kind of stopped working on it for a bit. I have more pieces here in this bag, in my sewing bag. In here, I also have this one. I'm now knitting it into a sweater, hopefully. I'm thinking like a very basic, kind of like this, but with sleeves. I started that like last week. And then I'm working on this cardigan, where this is just a double-ended needle. Okay, fun. So basically I'm working on the button band right now for this, what I'm calling my nautical cardigan. You might have seen me talk about this on Instagram, I started making this the day of the Olympic Games because I wanted something to knit along to the Olympic Games, and hopefully I'll finish it in time to wear it this winter. That's kind of the plan. I do have one more project that I'm working on, but I don't want to tell you about it because it's actually next week's video. So it is an embroidery project, so that's the only tidbit I'm going to give you. I am really curious about what other people think about like this whole topic. Sometimes we'll get inspiration and it might not work out for whatever reason, but don't feel bad about it. It's okay. It's a hobby. The idea is for us to enjoy it, to have fun, to maybe release stress, find it like fulfilling and fun and exciting. So if you're not finding a project fun and fulfilling and exciting and it's really stressful, just giving you more heartache than it's worth, then maybe consider moving on to the next one. Maybe you can drop it for a while and then you come back to it when you're excited about it again. You just drop it forever. It does bother me a lot that people are always like, oh my god, I can't start a new WIP because I have so many already. And I don't like that. If somebody else is creating a box for themselves and you want to put yourself in that box, like, that's okay if you want to do that, but if you don't want to do that, it's okay for you to create your own boxes or to not have boxes at all. But yeah, that is it for me for today. Leave me your thoughts about this topic. I really am interested in hearing other crafters' perspectives. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It would mean so much to me. And also consider following me on Instagram or TikTok. I post on there pretty much every day. That's it. I'm going to tidy up this mess now, and I will see you next week. Thank you for watching, and happy sewing.